Autumn P., Tulsa, Oklahoma. Trump tweeted this yesterday after Hillary's hit ads came out. Amazing that crooked Hillary can do... I feel like I'm in third grade. Amazing that crooked Hillary can do a hit ad on me concerning women when her husband was the worst abuser of women in U.S. political history. That would be women, W-O-M-E-N. Did you see Bill Clinton's response when asked about it? Yes, he basically blew it off, but check it out.
Mr. President, do you have a response to Donald Trump today?
Can we stop a second? What is with this dumb look on Bill Clinton's face all the time? Is it true that you molested women? I'm not answering that. Okay, go ahead.
Worst political abusers in U.S. history?
What can his response be? It's all on the public record. He was held in contempt. He's been accused of rape and sexual assault so many times, it's hard to keep count. He lost his law license temporarily for 8 years. The Arkansas Supreme Court ruled as such, held in contempt by a federal district judge. He lost his Supreme Court license. We all know the gory history. So Trump is going to use all that when Hillary attacks him for the things that have been said about Trump or things he may or may not have done. And of course, Hillary's running on her genitalia. Now, she pretends she's not, but how many times have we heard her say, wouldn't it be great to have the first woman president of the United States? Yes, just not you. Chris B., Oceanside, New York. What are your thoughts on the overly hyped Donald Trump, Megyn Kelly interview? Seemed like a very fluffy and lame interview, in my opinion. Are they both sellouts? I have not watched 2 seconds of this. But we do have a video. Go.
I could have done certain things differently. I could have maybe used different language in a couple of instances. But overall, I have to be very happy with the outcome. Mm-hmm. And I think if I didn't conduct myself in the way I've done it, I don't think I would have been successful, actually. If I were soft, if I were, presidential, okay, presidential. In a way, it's a bad word because there's nothing wrong with being presidential. But if I would not have fought back the way I fought back, I don't think I would have been successful.
If you don't become president, will this all have been for nothing? Or will you have changed America?
If I don't go all the way and if I don't win, I will consider it to be a total and complete waste of time, energy, and money.
Let me tell you the backstory about all this. Megyn Kelly wants to work for a news network, not a cable network. She'd like nothing more, in my opinion, to be in Good Morning America or the Today Show or whatever the other one is. I don't watch them either. And this has been her goal, I believe, for several years. And so here she's doing her best Barbara Walters, without the lisp. And so that's what's going on here. But I feel that we are in times where we need a little bit more attention to the real stuff that goes on. This odd relationship or lack thereof has been going on for months. And I just find it so unfortunate. I also find it unfortunate that our favorite cable network, it's not even really my favorite cable network anymore. My favorite cable network might be the History Channel or HGTV or A&E or the Military Channel or the Hero Channel. You get my drift. Now is the all-day, all-time, 24/7 Donald Trump channel. So there's a lot of things going on in the background here, a lot of people positioning themselves, trying to advance their careers or their agendas or whatever, and I think it's a huge disservice to we the people. Is this being overhyped by 1,000? It's so preposterous and ridiculous. That's why I spent the beginning of the show talking about what's going on with China, that the Pentagon just released a report that ought to be drawing all of our attention. Instead, we get this. Chuck H., Frederick, Maryland. Did you see a woman's obituary where it implies she would rather be dead than have to make a decision to vote for Trump or Clinton? Pretty powerful statement. Let's take a look. This is an actual obituary. I actually had seen it. Faced with the prospect of voting for either Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton, Mary Ann Nolan of Richmond chose instead to pass into the eternal love of God on Sunday, May 15, 2016, at the age of 68. She looks like a beautiful lady, a classy lady. I assumed she was passing and she had enough, and she and her family had a sense of humor. I don't know that I could under those circumstances. So people say, what are you going to do, Mark? You're not going to vote for Hillary? Never. Well, what are you going to do? What are you going to... I'll announce it at some point. But, this poor lady decided she couldn't decide. She really didn't want to vote for either of them. And now she's resting in peace. A little harsh. I don't know that I'll go there, but I'll make a decision. And when I do, I'll let you know. At least right now, as you know, my goal is to try and pull Donald Trump back to our side, the side of liberty, the Constitution, unalienable rights, and those sorts of things. So he's not faking right and lurching left. And we'll keep at it and keep at it and keep at it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you again for coming to our program tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope your time was worthwhile. I always enjoy doing this. We work very hard. We have wonderful staff here behind the camera and in other places trying to make sure that this program is of the highest professional quality. And I think it is. And I want it to be substantive, and I know it is. Tell your friends, your family, your neighbors, your coworkers to join us on this growing community of patriotic Americans rather than watching stuff like, Donald and Meghan and all of this. Thank you, and have a good night.